Good morning. I hope that you have had a wonderful night. Today I'm going to do a follow-up, and hopefully this is the last one that I need to do on this case. I'm going to answer questions that seem to be a sticking point with quite a few people. Since I didn't answer a lot of questions or put a lot of comments yesterday because I had to sleep. I, Please keep in mind, I do this YouTube channel. It's my hobby. It's not something that I do full time. I try to be clear, transparent, and upfront with everyone, honest and unbiased as well. Now, I will answer the following questions, and then I'm going to leave it there. I will answer some more questions in the comment section, but please understand, I do not have 30 hours a week to just comment on the same 10 questions over and over again. All right? So, question number 1. Excuse me. Where can you request a copy of the autopsy results? All right. You can write to the following address if you would like to request it via mail. The Weld County Combined Courts is how you address it. Records Search, P.O. Box 2038, Greeley, Colorado 80632. You can also go to the following web address, and if you have questions or anything else, request records. I believe you can request records this way. The following web address. Get out your pen. I'll tell you in a second here. Now, I will tell you right now. To get the complete reports that I have, it's going to cost you about $35 US. Number 1, 9, lowercase j, capital DRERCORDS at judicial.state.co.us, or you can call the following phone number: 970-475-2408. And obviously it's a long distance phone call if you're calling, from somewhere besides outside the state of Colorado. So add that to your total cost of it. Now, if you want the histology records, toxicology, and the complete autopsy, you're going to pay, for each and additional record search that you request. They are going to question why you want them, so be prepared for it. All right, next question. Let's see. My friend, I said, was in the back of the courtroom. This is true. How did he get a seat in the courtroom? Well, he was there on other business. He is an attorney in the Greeley, Colorado area, in Fort Collins is where he practices. And he was there taking care of other legal issues for another client, and he had some spare time. He was talking with, and I'm not exactly clear on this, if it was a jailer or if it was someone, a bailiff, but somebody who actually works at the courthouse, who he knows, and professionally and socially he knows. And they said, would you like to sit in the back here? We have a couple of extra spots if you would like to watch the sentencing. And he said, you know what, I'm kind of busy right now, but if I get this done in time, sure, why not? I'll sit in and watch the sentencing. I knew he was going to be there that day. I did not know he was going to be in the back. And before anybody else asks, was Mr. Reish there? He doesn't know who he is. He barely watches my channel here, and he's my friend. But hey, so that answers that question. Next question. Was the mistress there? He's not sure who she is. and nor was he looking around, popping up and seeing left and right, where everyone was or who was there or who wasn't there. He, I texted him and I said, hey, did you see, Christopher Watts' parents there? He said, unless they were the ones that were sitting in the front who were crying, he didn't pay much attention to the other people who were sitting around. But that actually, that was Shannon's parents and brother who were crying and were sitting over to, what would have been his left in the front. So they were sitting directly behind the defense table. He was back row, all the way on the side of the defendant. Let's see. The next question that I received the most of is, do we think that we'll be getting crime scene photos or other information released from the home or the burial sites of the children in Shannon? I don't know. Will there be photos released of the house? I don't think they actually took any, because they didn't, determine it to be a crime scene. They may have. I mean, they may have taken them later. I don't know. I don't have that information. Do I think they will be released? It's kind of morbid to think that they would. Then again, this whole entire case is kind of morbid. And when it comes to the burial of where Shanann and the children were, damn sure I know they have photos of that, and they documented the heck out of that. Will it be released eventually? Maybe. Oh. Next question. Let's see. Alcohol in Shannon's body. It's part of decomposition. It does not mean that she was drinking alcohol at all. Yeah, scratchy throat. But it's part of decomposition. The ethanol that was discovered in her body. If you really want to get into it, I mean, there are plenty of textbooks out there, and the internet is full of information. Look up decomposition of a human body. That's all I can say. I'm not going to comment on any other than to say she was not drinking and she had not consumed alcohol. That's as far as I'm going to go on that one. Do you think Chris buried Shanann and put the girls in different tanks because he didn't want them to be together in the afterlife? Well, I guess that all depends upon how you see the life after we are done with these vessels that we have. Is there an afterlife? You have to believe in that first. And if he believed in that, I don't know if he did, but if he did and he buried them separately because he didn't want them together in the afterlife, I wouldn't think that would make any difference. Let's just say that there are things as ghosts and spirits that after we leave our bodies, I do believe they're allowed to move 4 feet from each other. So I don't think that was necessarily his plan. I think he's an idiot for what he did. I mean, but I don't know. I would just be guessing at that. I don't know the guy personally, nor do I know enough about him that I want to know. All right, final and last question for the day. What is the difference between suffocation, strangulation? All right, strangulation. You basically you grab the windpipe and you make it so the person is not able to breathe by constriction of the airway. Suffocation means you put like a pillow or a blanket or something over the mouth and nose so that the person is not able to breathe. Now we know he didn't do it with a pillow or a blanket because no foreign fibers were found inside the lungs or in the trachea, which would be normal, even just tiny ones, because even a pillow would have loose fibers on it, that nothing was found on any of them. And there was also bruising noted on the face and cheek areas. And I'm not going to get into the Bella fighting back. I covered that as much as I could yesterday, and I did not leave anything out from what I know. So, all right, well, that's 13, almost 14 minutes of me rambling. I hope I was able to answer your questions. I'm sure you have plenty more. I personally am moving on. I am not going to spend the next 6 months doing this case. All right, and will he kill himself? I don't know. Will he spend the rest of his life and live to a ripe old age, 98, in the federal penitentiary? I don't know. And I frankly don't care. The guy was a monster in my view. He was guilty of all the crimes. I don't believe that Shanann ever did anything to those girls. And I think he did it because he wanted a new life with his new girlfriend. And he thought if he eliminated the entire family, that he could get away with it and that they wouldn't be discovered right away and that animals would eventually dig up Shanann, and then he could say, I had an alibi. I was at home. Here's my alibi. Or I was at work or whatever. But I'm going to leave it there. I will do updates like other cases, here and there on this, but I'm moving on. I've got way too many other cases that I'm studying, and researching to keep on putting out videos on this every single day. And if that saddens you and you feel like you need to unsubscribe, I will say only this. Thank you for your time here on my channel and for watching my videos. I sincerely wish you the best, and you have a good life and stay safe out there, because there are monsters everywhere in this world. They are few and far between, but they're there. And for the rest of you, you stay safe out there as well. Until next time.